whenever big news drops, there's always a fallout in the Dynasty stock market. And a lot of people, when it comes to content creation, don't really know how to navigate the waters or give the right advice in the content space, because things are very global from league to league. And Derek Carr is now signing with the Saints. The thing is, if you've been tuning into this channel the last few years, you know what I'm going to say about Chris Olave. You know what I'm going to say, and it's kick the tires. Whether you want him or you want to deal him, you kick the tires. You just see what's out there. You have him on your roster, just see what comes back in return. You want to buy him, you've been interested, see what the price is. Look at the values here. Right now in ADP is wide receiver 8, 14th player off the board. So prior to this, he was expensive. I think his price is going to go up a little bit because people are already talking him up. People are starting to get excited. Already seeing that on Twitter right off the rip. So people are going to hold on to him a lot more. However, as we analyze trades and stuff, whenever something like this happens and changes the value, you'll catch deals happen where a player goes at a discount. And that happens because a change in the market caused that manager to realize, like, hey, I could sell this player. And they don't sell him at face value or a markup on the value. They just deal him just to deal him. So sometimes you got to catch that. We saw that in some trades last year during this time. We may catch them in some. Not this one, maybe the next one. But you just have to play kick the tires. So it's not always value up, player expensive. Sometimes you catch a deal. That's just part of the game from league to league. Thousands of leagues you're looking at. You'll sometimes catch that. He's 22 years old, turned 23 in June. It's been productive. 4 wide receiver 2 weeks and 2 wide receiver 1 weeks last year as a rookie. So a young player like this at the wide receiver spot, something you want to hold on to for a long time. Got 67 balls, 982 yards, and a 25% target share. Averaged over 100 air yards per game, which is very good. Very good. Very impactful. This is a player, from my perspective, that you want to hold on for a bit because he's young, productive. He's at the wide receiver spot, and you want to build around wide receivers, and you want to have as many as possible that's young and productive at that spot because you're going to have production for a long time. You don't have to worry about it, whereas running backs is more transitory. Tight ends a little bit more transitory, where wide receivers a little bit more stable from year to year to year to year for these top-end prospects. He's expensive. He's going to be more expensive. Selling him may be something you're interested in. Maybe something you want to kick the tires at. I'm just letting you know the values here, and you make your own deal because things could be different from league to league. You might be catching a bag. It's always good to catch a bag too, because if a player goes up in value and someone really wants him, maybe you can get him. He's going to be a little bit more expensive in startup drafts, but he can't go up too much higher because he's already high. So he might go up a few spots, maybe a little more, but he's going to be expensive no matter what. So the thing here is, when looking at the trades that's recently went down with Chris Olave, he's been traded 1-for-1 for Cooper Kupp for a second and third, Miles Sanders for a 105 and 204, Chigakonkwo 105, 208, that's tight end premium, Marquise Brown for a second, Stephon Diggs, Calvin Ridley for a first and second. These are all real trades that's happened in the last few weeks. So pretty much letting you know where his value is at per the market with the guideline with that. However, his price is now higher than that, what we just talked about. But if you can catch something similar to those deals, you're taking a discount there. You're getting a discount on him. So if you are wanting out Stephon Diggs and Calvin Ridley because they're older, might be a thing to do. If you can catch any of these trades, which I don't think you can, I think they're going to hold on to him with a vice grip. However, you will catch some managers willing to deal because they see the increase in price. That really makes them feel like they can catch a bag on the other end, and you might be able to catch a discount. You never know. Just kick the tires, make them tell you no. Either way, if you want to buy them, see if you can catch them out on a deal. Maybe you got some assets there you want to get rid of. Maybe you did not like this wide receiver class. It did not look great at the combine, and he looks like if he was in this class with what we know, man, I would really look at trading for him. The running back class is deep. That's the thing about it. This running back class is deep. If you're in Superflex, the quarterback prices have went up over the weekend due to Anthony Richardson. However, if you're looking to get him. Maybe you want to do your first in something else. Maybe that's a possibility. If you're looking to get a wide receiver, we already know he's good. We already know he's young. He's getting an increase at quarterback. We know his value is going to be high. Maybe you can catch a discount that way as well, because people looking at the rookie draft pick value versus startup pick value versus being in the league, being productive and young value versus those picks, the gamble, maybe that's something you want to look at. But there's a lot of options here. But I'm going to say the same thing every time. It's kind of boring, but whenever a player that you're interested in, you halfway care about, or if they're on your roster and you get a value change, you just kick the tires. It doesn't mean you sell. It doesn't mean you buy. You just kick the tires, see what happens. You may not want to sell them, but if you kick the tires, something might come back at you that you're like, damn it, I have to do it. I have to do it. And it's going to be rare. You may do this 20, 30, 50 times a year, and you might only get one bite. But the thing is, that one buy is really going to turn things around. I'm also speaking to people who are in multiple leagues, who are in 5, 10, 20 dynasty leagues. That is really where you're going to catch this case more. If you're in 1 or 2, then this may work for you a little bit, but the options are a lot less. And that makes sense. It also depends on your league, too. If your league doesn't trade much, it's going to be harder to get deals done. However, you might be able to ignite a fuse if you keep kicking people in the shins with offers, seeing what the market is. Maybe you push the market. Maybe you annoy somebody that never trades, and you get them out of your league, they quit, and you get somebody better in your league anyways. Maybe you can do that. But this is a player here that you just want to kick the tires, see the values at. I know it's increasing, and I know it's a player that you may want. But if he's on your roster and you can catch something on return that you want even more, then you may want to look at that. Really, for Chris Olave, I want him on my roster. I want him on my team for a long time. He's young. He's productive, looking good. Gets air yards, which we trace. He gets good target share. I don't see them bringing in another wide receiver soon. We got a weak wide receiver free agency class. The draft class is also weak. No one's going to steal targets. I think this is a good time to buy. If you want him, if you want to pay up, especially if you're in a startup draft, I think he's a safe asset. He's a guy that is young, that can be on your team for a good bit. But I want to hear your thoughts below in the comments. Buying, selling, trading, holding. What's your situation? Also, your comments helps other people. It sure does. So if you got any insight of what you're doing with him, that might help somebody. Think of it that way. But I want to thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button on the way out. I got more content on the Combine coming out soon. Multiple videos today. Really hustling for you guys. And then we'll re-rank these rookies, the wide receivers and running backs soon as well. I want to thank you for watching. Catch you on the next video.